YouTube, what's going on? We're back again. We are back again. That was a freaking great game. Loved it. Enjoyed every second of it. Brilliant game. Wicked. So much better than the Europa League trash that we played. Might have been because, Leicester, got the early goal and pushed us, got us on the back foot, and we was like, nah, man, we can't be having this. We can't be going out at this cup. See that team right there? With a couple subs and stuff? I feel like that team can get at least to like the semis. Depending on who we draw. Like if we was to get into the next round and get like an Exeter or an Ipswich or something, I expect that team, the starting team, to beat the only teams I feel like that our starting team won't beat are like maybe top end of the premierships, like maybe Newcastle. We'd have to go full strength. Newcastle, Arsenal, United, West Ham, But we definitely can any lower sides, lesser sides, we definitely could get through. So if we get a good quarter final, if we get around Bournemouth, weirdly I think Bournemouth probably have to go full strength, not gonna lie. Will Klopp go full strength or will he play like a saying that? I don't know, I don't know. I thought no, you know what? Bournemouth, not gonna lie, I feel like that same team we put out probably still troubles Bournemouth. I'll be honest. I think it does trouble Bournemouth. As at Anfield, because it's at Bournemouth, because we got an away tie, haven't we? I think we're away to Bournemouth. So because it's away, I'd say just go strong. Maybe one or two players, leave out one or two players, key players. So-Boss-Lai and Salah on the bench or whatever to come on, let everybody else start. I still think we could go to Bournemouth and win. But then the rounds after that, what would it be? It'd be like, it would be semis, wouldn't it? After the next one's quarters, isn't it? I'm sure it's quarters the next one, or you go into the quarters after this one. Maybe this is the next round. So let's just say it's quarters and then semis. So if we got, a lesser side, say Ipswich or Exeter, or whatever it is, in the quarters, then we could definitely field out a similar style team. Maybe even the semis. It just depends what teams are left in. I know Byron are still in it. Still a lot of lesser teams in it. But 3-1 was the score. We started off, we started off slack as usual. 1-0. They go up, counter attack. I was like, oh my god, we're doing it again. I'm sitting there watching. It's like, what's wrong with this team? God, serious. It's because it's Anfield, isn't it? It's at Anfield, so the team comes out. They're like, you know what? Yeah, let's go behind because we want to put on a performance for the crowd and send them all home and make them happy. It's like our fourth or fifth 3-1 scoring. We like the scoreline. We like giving them head starts, giving teams head starts. Last 4 games, 5 games have been what 3-1, and then I think the fifth game. I think the last. So this one, the one before this, one before that, 3-1s, and then I think the game before that was 3-0, and that was against was it Wolves? No, Wolves scored, didn't they? 3-0. West Ham? No, West Ham scored. Can't think. But anyway, somewhere along them lines. But yes, guys, let's jump into the full time. I didn't do a preview. I just didn't have time. I was busy working. And by the time it was on the day, the thing is, if I'd been doing this channel for a long time and I built it right up and and then the viewership was there kind of thing, I probably would have done one. But because I only had like 6 hours to do it and then put it out before the game, so I was like, I cannot be bothered. Even though it only takes me like half an hour. Hour. I just didn't have the motivation. I was tired. I had other things to do. But I thought, you know what, I would definitely do a post match. Because usually post matches are usually exciting, lots to talk about. And anything can happen. You can even go out and lose. You talk about the loss, or you can have a wicked victory, and it's the wicked victory, and you talk about that. So, but let's just make some adjustments here. Let's get into it. So it is it's Carabao Cup match, as you just saw. Let's just change up just a little bit. So what we're gonna do first and foremost is we're gonna start with the starting lineup. First of all, we want to put up the Angry Birds, our injury list, and club substitutions. Right, our starting lineup the club went with actually sort of surprised me. Not gonna lie, it was quite a surprise. So first of all, we had Calvin Kelleher in goal. We had Tsimikas, Quansah, Kanate, Curtis Jones at right back. What the hell, Gravenberch. Left in midfield, Endo finally got the start in the DM role. The 6, Harvey Elliott on the opposite side, right of the midfield. Jota on the left attack, Gakpo, so left attack, left wing attack, Gakpo central, and Doak the right wing. Club substitution: So-Boss-Lai, Nunez, Batacic, Luke Chambers. That isn't Luke Chambers. I don't have a Luke Chambers photo, so we are using. I can't even remember his name now. It's one of the youths. I don't even know if he's still in the academy. Jake Kane, was it? I think it's Jake Kane. Luke Chambers. It's not Luke Chambers, like I said. It's Jake Kane, but I will change the photo at some point. I just didn't have a Luke Chambers. I didn't expect him to be in the squad. I should have them really, but it's very rare. You kind of have. Usually, you get word of maybe an academy player sneaking into the setup or bench, and then you're kind of I better just add them in just in case he does pop up. But I had no clue, no brain, no word of nothing was said that he was gonna be on the bench. So that took me by surprise. So I ain't got a Luke Chambers picture ready, but it's what it is. VVD, Diaz, McAllister, Adrian, and Matip. I tell you what we can do actually is we can just let's just get rid of the background trophy because it just makes everything a little bit clearer, and let's put this guy there instead. So-Boss-Lai. He is the boy at the moment, isn't he? God damn it, he is the boy. I wanna go. Shit. I'm gassed. I'm so hyped for that performance. It's so good. This performance, sorry, I'm talking about it, and I don't know what's the. Okay, right. Wait. Right. So that was your starting lineup and a substitutes bench, and right. Let's just talk about do what you usually do. Talk about each player and just give them a rating, I guess, pretty much. Yeah. Why not? And then anybody that came on too late, maybe we won't rate. I think it was only 4 substitutions anyway, wasn't there? So-Boss-Lai came on, Chambers actually came on. Gives me a newness. That was enough. So right. I can't remember my starting 11 that I ideally went with in the well actually I know what it was. There wasn't one because I didn't do a preview, so there wasn't a starting lineup for a predicted starting lineup for Leicester. What am I talking about? So we're just gonna start with what Klopp put out. And maybe I'll say what I kind of think on it or whatever. Not that it matters, but you get the gist of the channel, right? So we had Tsimikas in for Robertson. Yeah, it makes complete sense. We had Quansah, yep, he was, came off in that game, the other game with a little bit of an injury. Then he was left out of a game, and now he's back. Superb performance. Then Kanate missed the last game, but he came back for this one. It's good. I'm wondering if Klopp feels like Matip and VVD are his first choice at the moment, because I'm not sure about the whole Kanate thing. Klopp is definitely rotating a little bit, isn't he? And then Jones at right now. Gomez missed out. Maybe it's maybe he had he was on the bench, so maybe I thought that was a bit strange. Klopp is either protecting him a little bit, giving him a bit of rest, rotating the squad around, or he's picked up some kind of little buggy injury or whatever, because he wasn't even on the bench. And I know we had Matip and VVD, so I reckon maybe in training he's picked up a little something. Because I think it's really weird that he was left out of the squad, because who then goes to right back if Jones, something happens to Jones? Well, I guess one of the midfielders can fill in or do a job, but I just would have thought that Gomez would have just been on the bench. And the reason why I say that is because no disrespect to Luke Chambers. Was that his name? Luke Chambers or Luke Chalmers? Chambers, I think I said. No disrespect for him, but I would have had Gomez on there instead of him. So I reckon something just in case, you know, and then you can have, and then you know, and then Curtis Jones can just go in his natural position. I don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. Like Bajcetic is on the bench and he came on. And he did he not play in the same position? I think he did as I'm sure he did. I'm sure he came on. Um yeah, I'm sure he came on for Jones and played in the same position. I'm actually gonna watch the game again later. Um yeah, I'm sure he came on and played the same position. So here's the thing, right? Gomez isn't even in the squad or on a bench or anything, right? Jones is a central midfielder, so is Bajcetic, right? If Gomez is in the squad or Trent, Bajcetic doesn't make the squad, right? Because Jones replaces Bajcetic on the bench, right? So there must be something not quite right with Gomez. And it's not been mentioned. Surely, because it makes no sense. Because if Jones gets injured, Jones started because he was more kind of, I think he's more reliable and he's probably better in that position maybe. Or Klopp wants to see what he can do in that kind of position. Because I think Klopp looking for a player to kind of back up Trent. Is he trying to work something out there? Because he's played Bajcetic there, he's played Jones there, he plays Gomez there at that right purpose. Is he trying to, is he trying to figure something out here? Like who's the best cover for Trent when Trent isn't there? Or is someone else? Imagine if he started playing imagine if he started playing Curtis Jones there or Bajcetic and then Trent started playing midfield. But they played there because they was better defensively and at right back and just physicality wise than Trent was. They'd be furious, wouldn't they? They'd be furious. There's no way he could do that. There's no way he could permanently move Bajcetic or Jones into that position to replace Trent, so Trent can play more in the middle. That would just be, I don't know. That'd be insane. So no, I don't think it's that. I think he's just thinking about cover. What options has he got? And he wants to see players playing there who could do that inverted thing. I've said before, like I would like to see inverted from both sides. Not all the time. I like it. I like the inverted thing. Um, I think that'd be pretty cool. Like you could really dominate the midfield. Could you imagine? That'd be insane if they had like one striker, right? You're playing like against a 4-2-2. Your centre backs go like you go from I can't talk. Your centre backs go man for man. Striker, pick up a striker each if they're playing a 4-4-2. I know that's a rare formation these days, but that's just an example, right? And then your left back and your right back go next to the DM and invert it next to the DM, and then you've got your other two midfielders in front of the DM. You'll really pack out the middle, 5 in the midfield. Be brilliant. Be absolutely excellent. Yeah, it'd be so good. But yeah, it's and I reckon he should try and do it from both sides, and I think Tsimikas can offer that. Something that Robertson can't offer, which would be very interesting. I don't get why they just do it. I don't get why teams just do it from one side. Like, I think did the City do it from the left side as well? I'm not sure they did it from the left side. And they got Kyle Walker. No, he's right back, isn't he? Kyle Walker's right back, and Kyle Walker, in my opinion, can't play inverted. When he plays inverted, he just looks like, I don't know, he looks awful. He's good at doing what he does, and that's it. I've never really rated him, to be honest. Like defensively, yeah, he's really good, but in other areas, I'm not so. I don't know. Something about him. Like, do you know what I mean? Something about him. It's weird. So yeah, I think we should look to play both. Inverted from the left, inverted from the right, and yeah, just really go at it, and then obviously play flat, and then just play in the normal way. Sometimes. I don't see why we just play from the right. I don't really understand it. So yeah, so I think those two are probably trying and test. If he does have situations like this again, he's trying out different players in that inverted right back for cover for Trent. I don't know why we could just go and buy another right back. I guess that would solve the problem, or maybe use the one we have or something. I don't know. It's really weird. So yeah. Where were we? Endo. Best game so far. Best game I've seen him so far. I was really impressed. The first half, not. It was okay in the first half, not amazing. Second half, yeah, started doing the things I was telling. Um, I feel like maybe he does. Maybe he's a bit behind and needs to get to know players. You know, build relationships, get involved in the team more. But that was more like the Endo that I'm used to. For Japan, he's very comfortable, and it was really strange seeing him in the first half, not playing like how he does for Japan. In Japan, he's very comfortable, you know, because he's at ease, he knows everybody, he speaks the language first and foremost. Not sure, again, I'm not sure how well he speaks English, etc. Um, or if he speaks any German, having been in Stuttgart, because that would be, you'd be able to communicate with Klopp if that's the case. Or maybe another language, maybe Klopp and he both speaks, but yeah, I'm not sure. So there is a bit of an adjustment period, and obviously lifestyle change again. Although Germany's similar to England, but um, yeah. So with that all that in mind, it's a growing process for Endo. But that was kind of second half was kind of the Endo that I feel like is the Endo that comes and plays for Japan when they boss. Um, So yeah, that was very refreshing. He started doing his pings to the wings. I love his little pings out wide. Finding Gravenberch, spreading the play, finding Elliot. Yeah, and one thing is with him is that I was watching content shows creators and they keep talking about, oh yeah, you know, him getting spun and this that, and I'm like, bro, like, do you watch football? Have you played football? Every DM gets spun. Fernandinho used to get spun all the time for Man City. Rodri gets spun. All they do is just tug the man back or kick his heel and foul him and just stop the play. Every DM gets spun. Stop this stupid agenda bullshit. It's nonsense. It doesn't matter. I played DM before and I've got spun. Big fucking deal. Excuse my language. Like, grow up. Just grow up. Go and play football and you'll see that, at some point, someone is going to go past you. Trust me. It's like, at some point in your life, you're going to get rejected by a female. It's similar. It happens. You can't be perfect all the time in every aspect of the game or in your life. At some point, you're going to lose a job or you're going to get sacked or someone's going to move you on or you're not going to be part of a starting 11 or you have to find a new team. It's just the way life is. So come on, let's just stop this. It's stupid. It's so annoying. I don't even want to name names, but I feel like I should name names because most of you probably heard of them as well. But it's just so annoying. Like, stressful. I mean, I only watch a handful of channels. I don't have the time to sit here watching all the channels that are around. I used to watch a lot of Redman. I don't so much now. I mainly watch more of Redmond than Coppish. I just feel like I can relate a bit more to those shows there. And also I also like a few of the boys. I like James. Do like Callum. Callum's cool. Um, yeah, they're all good. They're all decent. But Drifty does this. Drifty does this. Um. Uh, I Drifty was talking about sort of Endo and yeah, and how he wasn't sure about him. And I understand. Obviously he's allowed his opinion, but like it's funny because he was kind of slating him in his videos before, you know, he was kind of slating him in his videos before like Endo even had a real chance and 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 he didn't. I've lost my train of thought now. What was I gonna say? Um, he didn't really give him a chance, so I was kind of thinking to myself, well, like you kind of need to let the man settle, let the man grasp some of the language, get used to things, and understand how other players are playing before you pass comment on him. It's just the way the cookie crumbles, and we'll pick up his performances, and you'll start seeing the best side of Endo. Um, for Japan, he's a totally different player, and so I weren't really feeling that. Also, do you know what? I just felt like there was this little bit of weird kind of angle because he was Asian, he's from Japan, and it's like I don't know, it's almost frowned upon. If he was Brazilian or Argentinian or from I don't know Italy or France. No, everyone would have been like, oh yeah, or Brazil or wherever. Everyone would have been like, oh my god, we got this player Endo. Oh, he's gonna be sick. He's gonna sick. But because he's from Japan, it's like, I don't know. It just felt a bit weird, and actually, when it was announced about Endo joining, none of them even really remembered who he was or what he was about. It just made me chuckle a little bit as well. It's like, really? So you're gonna talk about this guy now, and you didn't even know anything about him. You didn't even know that he busted in the World Cup. You're supposed to be watching the World Cup. You're putting out content. You're talking about players, and you don't even know these things. Like, come on. Like, at least go and do your research before you start passing comments on him. You know. I mean, so here's the thing, right? I remember McAllister against Wolves getting torn apart, spun out, and all right, he just come back for international duty, but he was getting rinsed. Do you think on the show after, on the Coppice show after that game when we played Wolves and McAllister, do you think anything was said about McAllister? Do you think anything would? I didn't hear nothing about him getting spun. They just said, he wasn't very good. He must have been tired. Sure, the excuses were embarrassing. But yeah, Endo, you're ready to call him out. Why? Because he's not Argentinian. Get out of here. It's unfamiliar territory for you. That's all it is. But yeah, it's it's a very interesting subject. I think he's going to be fantastic for us. I still think he's better than, as I said, and it's a good time for Endo, and he's going to get better and better and better and better. So Harvey Elliott was probably, until So-Boss-Lai came on, man of the match. He's probably man of the match. He was all over the place. Harvey Elliott, yeah, he was absolutely all over the place. Worked his little socks off. His little legs. Worked his little legs off, rather. I mean, little legs, little socks, same thing, I guess, really. You can have little legs and big feet. Well, that is what it is. But, yes. He did. How did he not score? How did Harvey not score? I feel for him. The goal, the shot, the chance right at the end where it was cleared practically off the penalty spot, off the line. It was difficult. So it was a tough one for him, I guess. Other than that, I think he was all over the place. He was just doing what Harvey does best. But we're seeing a player now that's got good experience now, so, in that position. And I feel like as one of the senior players now in the squad, and regulars, he's he really stepped up that game, didn't he? He really thought to himself, I'm probably the midfielder that needs to control this game. Gravenberch is here. He's younger than me. I know they're the same age, right? Gravenberch is new, doesn't know the formation like I do in the Klopp side and how Klopp likes to move and play. Endo, similar, only first real game started, so I think I need to take the mantle and lead by example. And boy, did he lead by example, especially as Curtis weren't in there either. Boy, did he lead by example. Boy, did he lead by example. Do you know what else though? I actually feel like I wonder if Harvey would be any good at right back, because he could tear up and down that wing, couldn't he? And I know he's smaller, but I don't know how much smaller he is than Robertson. He might be quite a bit smaller. Robertson just doesn't look that tall to me. What's Robertson? 5'7", 5'8", maybe 5'9"? I'd be surprised if he's bigger than 5'10" for sure. But yeah. Harvey was very, very, very. It was very good. Led by example. It's a bit of a captain's performance he put in that game for sure. Even though Curtis had the captaincy, and that was smart from Klopp. Gave Curtis gave Curtis a captaincy and then pushed him into right back. You cheeky bugger. You cheeky bugger. You absolute cheeky bugger. Imagine that. Yeah, you're playing right back, but here's the captain's armband just to sweeten. He's taking the piss. Klopp, man, he mugged it. Klopp fully mugged it. He fully mugged it. Yeah. But Harvey was good. Let's you know what, I forgot to do the ratings. Let's just roll back. Kelleher, I'm gonna go with He didn't have much to do. We was terrorizing them, to be honest. He did concede. Maybe he was caught cold. Let's just go for a 8. No, let's do it. Let's go for a 7.5. I think we should go for a 7.5. Yeah, let's go for a 7.5. What I might do though is I might do something new here where we can't use the same rating twice. I don't know if it's going to be possible. It might not be possible. Let's see how this goes. I might try and do it with this. I remember, where did we get up to? We spoke about Harvey. So we got to speak about Gravenberch. I'm gonna do the bottom 4. Do the defenders, fullbacks, and centre backs. Done the goalkeeper, and then we'll continue talking about it, and we'll do the ratings. I just forgot to start the ratings as I was talking about them. So excited about talking about this game and waffling on that, Right. Quansah got an assist, didn't he? Quansah. I don't know. Got an assist, didn't he? Maybe he was an 8. Thought he was really good. Thought he was really, really, really good. Quansah. 8.5 maybe? Even? I don't think we're going to be able to share these around so that only one person can have a rating each, kind of thing. Same rating. I don't think it's possible. There was too many good players today. I'm looking at Harvey and I really want to give him an 8.5, and he's not even got anywhere near him. Even Ender, I feel like he's an 8 or an 8.5. So yeah, maybe we can't do that. Maybe that's not gonna work. Maybe that's not gonna work. Did they have much to do really, or is it simple stuff? I'm gonna go for a 7.5. For Quansah, because I feel like if you're under the cosh and attackers are getting chances, but you're stopping the attacks or you're breaking up the play, then you're defending better. If you're kind of always got possession, well, in order to be in possession, you got to win the ball back, right? And more time when you regain possession, it's because your defense is intercepted. So maybe they were just that good that Leicester just didn't have a chance. So let's stick with let's go with an 8. Yeah, let's go with the 8 for Quansah. Nice, good old 8. Let's make it a little bigger as well. I might even make it more bigger. Can't see his face now, can you? Alright, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's make this a little bit bigger too. 7.5. A bit too small. There we go. 7.5. It isn't like we don't know who the player is, is it? Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Right. Konate didn't get an assist. 7.5. I'm gonna go with yeah, I'm gonna go with 7.5 as well for Konate. I'm gonna watch the game again now and be like, oh my god, Konate was so much better than Quansah, even though Quansah got the thingy, got the assist. Right back, Curtis Jones. It's gonna be special, isn't it? It's gonna be really good. I think I'm gonna go 7.5 again. I have to go 7.5 because I've set the marker with Quansah. I think Quansah was better. And I've set the marker now, so I can't give him an 8. If he gets an 8, then the rest have to get an 8. And yeah. and he got an assist. So it's buffed him up to an 8. Tsimikas, I don't think he had one of his better games. I might go for like a 6.5, maybe a 7. Let's do 7 because I don't remember anything coming down his side. He locked that off at least. Attacking wise, he wasn't. I don't think he was superb, but doesn't matter. If you're defending, you can let the rest of the side go and do the business. You know, you're there to defend first and foremost, right? So yeah, I think I'll go for a 7. Move that out of the way. Come on. Bloody 7. God, that was an effort. Good gosh, that was an effort. Make it a little smaller. All right, so we got a 7 for Tsimikas. Endo. I'm gonna give Endo 7.5 as well. Also, because I don't think any of these was Harvey an 8. I think Harvey was an 8, maybe even more, maybe 8.5. Yeah, I think Harvey was an 8.5, you know, guys. I think that's the best time. I think that's the best time I've seen Harvey play in a while. Might have to reevaluate that. To be fair, in a little while. Gravenberch. I thought Gravenberch he got stuck in well, nicely involved with the game. I don't remember too many moments where he was really like real dangerous or had like a bursting run from midfield or whatever. I still think he's more effective in the 6 when he turns that player and he's bombing on, and then the other 2 midfielders are marking our 2 midfielders. I don't know, something just I just feel like, yeah, I do feel like he's better in the 6, and I want to see him more in the 6, and I still think he's gonna get time in the 6 at some point. He will play there. But yeah, maybe Klopp wants him for, at the moment he's played in where Harvey is. He's played on the left side where McAllister plays, and he's played all across the middle. It's interesting. Maybe Klopp's trying to find out where he feels Gravenberch fits in best or wants to play or is best. I think I'm gonna go for a 7 for Gravenberch. 7. Should I do 7? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna do a 7 for Gravenberch. Jota Jota was good. It was good. Got his goal. Cheeky from the Quansah cross, was it? Quansah cross. The Quansah cross. Cheeky Gakpo, cheeky Jota finish. Gakpo also scoring. Who else scored? Oh yeah, obviously. Oh my god, how did I miss that? So-Boss-Lai. How could I even miss that? Forget that, rather. So yeah. Don't know if Jota was really. He was good. He wasn't. It's probably about a 7. Similar to Gravenberch. I feel like I remember Gravenberch doing more work there throughout the game. Maybe that's not the case, but nonetheless, I'm gonna go with another 7. By these ratings, it seems like we didn't play good at all. We was excellent. It's because they're consistent. Like none of them are 6, 5, 4s, 3s. They're all like all the players played at a particular level, so that's why the performance was good. Makes sense, and it should all come out in your ratings when you do your numbers. It should all make sense. To be fair to the result, you know, like the team, like there wasn't a player that played poor, but they all played to a level which was just good enough. And if you all played, there's no point in Simicast playing good enough and then Gravenberch playing shit, because then, you know, it doesn't make sense. If you both play good enough, then you'll get the result because you're playing good enough to get the result. That makes sense, you know. So when the team overall plays like to the same level or get similar ratings, then they've all met certain level of being good enough to win that game. You know, they've all reached that. And then you might have one who's outstanding, like obviously So-Boss-Lai was the difference. And then obviously the Jota goal was the icing on the cake. But it should have really been, even so, it should have been 5, 6, 7, 1, I'd say, in my opinion. We had a lot of good chances, a lot of good clean opportunities. So for me, yeah, that's his rating. Gakpo, again, I don't know if Gakpo was great, but he just played to a good level, enough. And may even be another 7 coming out here as well. Doak, probably similar. I think they're both 7s. I honestly think they're both 7s right there. Yeah, I think they're both 7s. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 2 more 7s. Doak 7, and then Gakpo 7. So yeah, there's our ratings for our first starting 11 anyway. As you know, So-Boss-Lai and co did come on. So-Boss-Lai, Darwin, Bajcetic and Chambers came on. So-Boss-Lai came on for Harvey Elliott. Nunes came on for Doak. Bajcetic came on for. My phone's ringing. My goddamn phone's ringing. Excuse me. Unknown number. Yeah, I think Curtis Jones came off. Bajcetic went to right back. I was thinking that Curtis Jones moved into the middle, but he didn't. So that means it must have been who was on the. Someone must have been trying to think. Gravenberch came off, I know. Elliott stayed on. Elliott, Endo, and So-Boss-Lai. So it must have been Nunes, Gakpo, and Jota up front to end the game, pretty much. Maybe a Gakpo went to the left. I don't remember seeing him on the left though. Anyways, so So-Boss-Lai, for his performance he comes on, I'm gonna give him an 8.5. Even with, I remember Endo got the assist as well, didn't he? Maybe Endo should have had an 8. Maybe Endo, because he got the So-Boss-Lai assist, chipped it into him. But I told you, man, the parting wedge just dinks it into him. I don't even actually mind. I think it was a straight ball on the ground. Yeah, he got an assist as well, didn't he? God damn. Yeah, So-Boss-Lai, I think he's very worthy of an 8.5. So-Boss-Lai. So, let's find the 8.5 for So-Boss-Lai. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, so we're just gonna put him here. We're not gonna drag him across. It doesn't matter. You all know where he plays at the end of the day, don't you? It's 8.5 for So-Boss-Lai. Darwin Núñez, Bajcetic. Darwin Núñez. He had some good chances when he came on. In fact, he should have scored at least 2, I think. I think I'll go for a... I think I'll go for a 7.5. Yeah. And I'll go for a 7.5 again. For Núñez. And then Bajcetic just came on. Did the basics, really. Yeah, came on, did the basics. I'm just going to give him a 7. So Bajcetic gets a 7. And then, honestly, I don't know what I was doing or where I was going or if I'd fallen asleep or something. I don't know. I didn't fall asleep. I don't remember Chambers. I think I might have. When did he come on? Did he come on right near the end? Because I know I flicked over to watch the rest of the Newcastle City game after. Let me just... Yeah, he came on right at the end. I just checked. 90 plus 1 minutes. He came on for Tsimikas. So what did he play? Did he go left back? Is Luke Chambers a left back then? Maybe Luke Chambers is a left back. Don't know. I have to do a bit of research on Luke Chambers. Yeah, it must be a left back or some kind of midfielder, defensive midfielder or something. I don't know. So yeah. Yeah, let's not bother with that one. No point rating him on that. It comes on at the end of the game. Absolutely no point. So yeah, that's pretty much the roundup. Post-match review, full-time review of the Leicester Liverpool Carabao Cup, Milk Cup, aka Milk Cup. That's what I call it. I will do a Tottenham preview. Probably, I should do it today at some point. Maybe tonight I can do it in the evening, or maybe I can do it during. Maybe I'll do it today. If not, it'll be like tomorrow morning or something. It's Friday, game Sunday, isn't it? Should really do it today at some point. Might even do it straight after this and then just release it a little later. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, boys and girls, I've been Red Mist at LFC. And this is my full-time review of the Leicester Liverpool game. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.